All right, what are we drinking today?
Today we are drinking the Pink Bourbon by Cordoba, another Luna coffee. So this one is from Huila, Colombia. It is super juicy, pretty ripe. Let's drink it. Cheers. Wait, 1 minute.
Oh, cow dog.
Cow dog.
Cow dog coffee.
What the heck is that?
Well, if you're watching this and you're in Vancouver, we're currently doing a pop-up at LS Studio. Welcome to LS Studio.
If you're watching this right now, Sunday morning, we open today,
10
10 to
a.m.
4.
So after you watch this, come by. Come check
say
it
hi.
out. Ryan's going to be making coffees. You can shop some retail, browse through Less Shitty, as well as some other curated goods.
Such as this coffee that we're drinking today.
Yeah. All right. So this week has been absolutely chaotic.
Bonkers.
Lot going on, with the studio. Your work is busy. It's been fun, to put it in a different way. I got the keys for this place like 2.5 weeks ago. And ever since then, it's pretty much been nonstop every single day. Long days at the studio, gutting it. And if you saw last week's vlog, the contractor who we were going to use had to pull out of the project last minute. And I think that kind of mindset, like that we weren't really prepared for, we just had to do it, was a lot.
Oh shit, we have to do this. Okay, just get started. There's no time to think. You just have to go.
We already put out a soft opening date, so we can't just keep delaying it.
It's been a wild roller coaster for sure.
Yeah. Also, you haven't talked about why you're back in the kitchen.
But basically, we're opening Cow Dog as a coffee business.
This isn't Cow Dog, by the way. We're doing a Cow Dog pop-up until Cow Dog is ready. That's going to be in the fall, winter at a different location.
Yeah, so I'm back in the kitchen until Cow Dog opens, just because my last job didn't really work out.
So how has it been leaving the kitchen and then going back?
Oh, it's wild. It's been a lot of fun. I really do enjoy the people that I'm working with. I really enjoy the space that I'm at, which is great. And there's a lot of comforts. I don't feel like I've been out of it for too long that I'm I don't know how to ride a bike again.
Yeah, and I feel like once you're out of something and you go back to it, you kind of appreciate different things in a different light where you probably wouldn't have been able to recognize if you had just stayed in that same position for years and years and years.
Yeah, I think also having gone from back of house to front house and now back of house again, you gain a little bit of clarity on what maybe used to piss you off.
That's true. We also recently watched The Bear.
Definitely has a lot of things that I'm oh, that's cool, that was fun. Oh yeah, I remember doing that, eating the staff meal this way, or the hours that I'm doing right now are 12, 13-hour days, which is...
It's fucked. That's not saying anything to the restaurant that he's currently at. It's just the industry standard.
Yeah. The fact that a lot of people think that that's normal or can justify that is pretty insane.
Yeah, and it's wild because it's so normal in the industry and nobody really questions it. And people question it if you're not doing that. If you're not in 12 hours a day, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think even in the show The Bear, they were comparing being a cook and a doctor, and it's similar on how you're giving up your life and your time to serve somebody, right? And that's whether that's hospitals or hospitality, which I think they made the connection. But to me, I'm well, at least the doctor's getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm
quite
cooks
well.
do not get paid.
Yeah.
You're only doing this for passion. And
or because you have to, my parents.
There's two options.
So on top of Ryan's hectic schedule, it's obviously been very busy here. But I was talking about last week how I wasn't necessarily feeling stressed. Maybe not acute stress, because things, although it didn't really turn out how exactly we'd liked, it still progressed in a way that I feel pretty satisfied with. Things were very logical. Okay, we painted the floors. The floor has to cure for 2 days. And then just kind of juggling that with all the furniture delivery and inventory delivery was chaotic, but it's nothing that I haven't done before necessarily. So although it was busy, we for the most part had it under control, but it definitely still put like a lot of tension between us because obviously you're tired, you're stressed, you're working really long hours because you're helping me paint in the mornings from like 8 a.m. to 10, and then you're having to work from like 10 to 11 p.m.
But then you're not sleeping well. You're like,
I don't sleep because I need to wake up early to get on the emails
from 7 a.m. until like
Until
11 p.m. So
Yeah.
it's like both of us doing like 16-hour days. Obviously, we're stressed. We're not really taking days off.
But it's like different. It's different because yours is physically exhausting. And although I'm doing some like minor renos, mine is more mentally exhausting.
Yeah.
And for me, I think a lot of that had to do with like the financial aspect because I invested everything, all of the money. And because we're currently in just a stage, we're not open, we're just burning. Everything is an expense. Like we're just burning cash here, burning cash here. And because that is such like a heavy weight, and I think because it was also something I like dealt with since I was a kid, just like always talking about money and like being stressed about it. It's just like, ugh, like here we go again kind of thing. I don't know. I just think it hits extra hard because like, you know, like even when you're like suggesting like, oh, we should do this, like we should do this.
That's just more.
All I'm thinking of is like, I have to pay for that. Like I have to pay for everything. So it's just like trying to balance the Just Jolie side, which is the content creator side, which is literally funding everything or has funded everything. Even Cow Dog Coffee, it's funded Cow Dog Coffee. And obviously, thank you to all of you guys watching, because if it literally weren't for you watching, like none of this would have been possible. Yeah. Also, a quick second for this like vintage shelf that we got. Like, look how stunning the glass. I think it displays the items really well.
It's very beautiful.
It's so beautiful. But I think that was also like a big like stressor for me. Like, yes, you're physically tired, you're mentally tired, I'm mentally tired, and I'm like financially exhausted.
Yeah. And I'm sure it doesn't help when I'm like, oh, this would be a cool thing to do, or this would be something great that we can like look into, when in reality it's like, I don't have time to look into this. I'm not home.
Yeah.
And so it's just like another thing to put on your plate. And like, even with all the stressors, you're still so excited to see something develop and moldable that like you created.
Yeah.
So it's not that this stress is killing you in a way that like maybe a dead-end job would. This is
like an excited stress. Like,
yeah.
I'm like nervous, but I'm excited. And that's a big part of the reason why I like can't really sleep either. It's like I want to get up and get things moving and working. So like I'm excited. Yes, we're both stressed, but I think we're both really excited. And I think because, you know, this is like one of the very first opportunities where I can like meet people in the community. I think that makes it even more real, where we could actually like see and like touch people. Yeah.
Well, hopefully not touch them.
I'm going to touch them.
Don't touch me.
But yeah, I think that's just a big part of the excitement. And even like all of the people in the community just like passing by, poking their head through like, oh, what's this? There's this really one sweet lady, Gina. She's like doing like 17,000 steps a day to prevent arthritis. I'm like, you go, Gina. She comes by every day. And just like little things like that. Like people are so friendly.
I think it's been really cool seeing like all the people walking by like, oh, what's going on in there? And just like there's a bit of like anticipation from the community, it seems. And like even just like the local community. We're right on a bike lane. People pass by all the time.
Yeah.
We used to live like
right here too. Here. So yeah, very exciting. How has it been for you, especially like as a supportive partner?
As a supportive partner.
Yeah.
Like obviously I'm trying to just do as much as I can. I think with going back into the kitchen, because this all kind of happened at the exact same time.
Yeah.
It's like I started in the kitchen, and then the same week
I like signed the lease or something. Yeah.
So it's been trying to juggle those two things, and like finding my rhythm in both places has been a little bit challenging. Like I'm excited to do the Cow Dog pop-ups. I think that's something that I'm like finally tangible, working towards something that like
is your thing.
My thing. Yeah. So it's I'm very excited. I think also the space is gorgeous.
It's really beautiful. Like I'll show you guys in probably next week's vlog more like throughout the space.
Or you can just come visit it after you're done watching the vlog.
If you're in Vancouver, or you could fly out.
Yeah.
After the soft opening, we should be open every Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 4. That's kind of like the plan. So yeah, come check it out. Come say hi. And come grab a coffee. I will say physically, this is probably one of the most tired I've ever been.
Yeah, no, I can tell.
Yeah, like I feel like we're getting to the stage where we're doing the soft opening and like my body is like slowly, like the adrenaline is like wearing off.
It's
and
gone. It's
I'm
been
just
gone.
like, man, like,
The day we painted and we're constantly scanning.
oh
and
my
our
God, my eyes
I
were
was
just like, oh, is that patchy? Is it not? Is it dry?
Over it again.
Literally watching paint dry. And it was just, yeah, I think, you know, it'll be fun looking back, like, oh shit, like, and like a bit more like, can be proud of when people say like, oh, it looks really beautiful, because like we literally did everything. We painted the floor. We had to go get a different floor color because it was way too light. Yeah. And I think
chose the colors for the walls, painted 14-foot ceiling walls.
yeah, it was a lot, but it was fun. And I'm glad I got to do it with you.
Me too. I'm glad you got to do it with me too.
Anything else you want to talk about? Oh, you got new basketball shoes.
Oh, I did get new basketball shoes.
Tell them about your new basketball shoes.
Oh, I got the determination over excuses, the Donovan Mitchell 4s. Oh, speaking of basketball.
Oh, wait, get the big one too.
So if you guys have seen any of the vlogs with us at home, you might have seen these basketballs at our home. So these are from a local Vancouver company that we love to support. We're going to have them on sale here, and I think you have
online as well.
a couple of them online.
So everything that we carry in stores will be available online as well, unless they're like crazy heavy, like or big, like plant pots and things like
This
that.
one I don't think we're going to sell online because it's just too heavy.
We might be able to, but
This one we will. This one's
yeah.
a little incense holder.
It's
has a little
super cute.
hole here.
Yeah.
And then a little ring that it sits on top.
Yeah, so everything should be available, I think September 1st, if not sooner. So just keep an eye out online as well. If you're not able to visit in store, there's going to be a separate Ella Studio kind of tab where you can shop like other brands, but curated. It's kind of like everyday items that are slightly elevated that, you know, spark a little joy, whether it's like a cute little dual tone spoon that you use or like a water carafe that's super fun and colorful, some really nice stuff.
Vases.
So just like elevated everyday pieces.
A lot of them are like made in Canada. So we're trying to like support the local businesses in our community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So,
come check it out.
and with that being said, thank you guys for listening and watching. And remember to be less shitty.
Bye. Now come visit us.
Come visit us. Man, I'm tired.
Let's go.
I'm so tired.